Hello, welcome. My name is Amy. Thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. This is I call it yoga for runners practice, but really you don't have to be a runner to get the benefits of this class. But if you are a runner, this is a great class to do on your days off, just for some active and dynamic recovery to give your hips, glutes, and hamstrings just a little extra love. So thank you for joining me. We're going to be practicing amongst some saguaro giants out here, so I'm very excited to have you here. So let's get started by standing at the top of your mat. So as always, I want to start our practice by really grounding us here and arriving to this moment. So let's start by taking a few deep breaths and exhaling with our mouth open. Kind of shake off anything that we've been carrying since before we started our practice. So take a big inhale in through your nose and open your mouth as you exhale and let it out. Good. Let's do 2 more breaths just like that. So big deep inhale in through the nose. Open your mouth, let everything go. Good. One last time with the mouth open, so inhale in through the nose. Drop your shoulders out of your ears and exhale, let it out. Good. And as you come back to your breathing, let's seal the lips and just try for the rest of the practice to inhale in and out through the nose and keep that breathing very internal. Create some heat in the body just by breathing in and out through the nose. Good. Let's start to link this breath with some movement. So as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bring your hands up to your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down through the feet, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Bring the hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pull the heart forward. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the spine. This time as you exhale, let's just step the right foot back and drop that back knee. So before we bring this pose up, we want to make sure that our foundation is set. So whether that means you need to bring the foot in between the hands a little bit more, or maybe scoot the knee back a little bit, whatever that means, so that you feel stable before rising up, reaching the arms up and dropping those hips, feeling the stretch in the right hip flexor. Take a big breath here as you reach out through your fingertips. And as you exhale, send those hips back, straighten the front leg, half splits. Feeling this, a lot of sensation in that hamstring of the left leg. Good. Bend into that left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hips come back, half split, straighten the front leg. Let's do that 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, bend into the front knee, low lunge. Exhale, send the hips back, half split. 1 more time here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. This time, inhale, reach the arms up, find that low lunge once again. And as you exhale, just bring the hands down to frame that front foot, step it back, and find downward facing dog. So in this downward facing dog, I want to encourage you to find a little movement. So rock the hips back and forth. We call that walking your dog, where you alternate lifting the heels. Let your hips kind of shake from side to side. Give your head some gentle nods yes, some gentle nods no. Press the shoulders down out of your ears. Good. Let's walk the feet up to meet the hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Press down through the feet, reach, inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Maybe arch the back a little bit if that feels good. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins. Exhale, palms down. We're going to do the other side. So step the left foot back this time. Drop that back knee. Once again, build your foundation. Always important to make sure we have a good solid foundation before we rise, right? Once you've got that, take a big inhale, reach your arms up and drop the hips. Good. Exhale, straighten the front legs, send the hips back. Hamstring. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the arms up, feel that stretch in the left hip flexor. Exhale, send the hips back, bring that nose towards the knee. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumasana. One more flow here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hips back, long spine. Good. And remember, on this inhale, we're going to reach up once more. But this time as we exhale, we bring the hands down to frame that foot. Step it back to downward facing dog once again. Beautiful. And this time in downward facing dog, let's take a little bit longer holds in our calf stretches. So let's reach, bend the left knee, and start to yearn that right heel down towards the earth. So feeling a stretch in the right hamstring, glute, calf, and Achilles. Lots of sensation just all along the right leg. Good. Now let's switch. Take it to the left. So bend the right knee and just yearn that left heel towards the ground. Whether it gets there or not doesn't matter. It's all about the sensation and just that energetic yearning. Good. One more breath here. Good. On your next breath in, let's reach that right leg up towards the sky and immediately bend the knee and open up the hip. So you're turning your torso to face the long edge of your mat. Just take a few hip circles here. So circling with that right knee. A couple times in one direction, a couple times in the other. Good. And on your next exhale, bring that foot up in between the hands. We're going to stay on the ball of the back foot, reach the arms all the way up for a high crescent lunge. Good. Take a big inhale, get long through the side body. As you exhale, let's spin it open to the long edge of our mat, warrior two. Beautiful. Next breath in, reach that front arm up towards the sky, reversing the warrior. And as you exhale, bring that hand either on the quad or maybe all the way down to your mat, extended side angle. And you're going to take that left hand either up towards the sky, or if you want to continue to extend the angle, reach it all the way over your left ear. Beautiful. One breath here. Good. As you exhale, come back up, peaceful warrior. Reach that front arm up towards the sky, back arm down the back leg. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Turn the back toes towards your front leg. Maybe pull them in a little bit. Find pyramid pose here. So all 10 toes are facing the front of the mat. And I've got my feet kind of like they're on railroad tracks. They're not directly behind each other. But we're going to feel this hamstring stretch here in the front leg. But the most important thing in this pose is the length in the spine. So if you need to bring your torso up, bring that back foot in a little bit, lengthen the spine first before folding over. So it's not really about how low you can get your torso or your head. It's about the length in the spine and pulling that right hip back into space. That's really where you will start to feel the stretch and the opening in that hamstring. Good. So one more breath here. Good. Bring that back foot up to meet the front now. Forward fold at the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flatten out the back. Exhale, bring the palms down. And this time, we are going to step back to downward facing dog. Good. So on your next inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky and immediately bend the knee, open up that hip. So turn the torso to the left side of your mat. If it feels good, start to take a few circles, like you're drawing circles with your knee up in the sky. A couple in one direction, a couple in the other. Good. Take a big inhale. And on your exhale, bring that left knee in between your hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Reach the arms up, high crescent lunge. Good. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, open up, warrior two, facing the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reverse the warrior, reaching that left arm up towards the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to come down to extended side angle. So once again, you can rest that elbow on the quad or bring the hand all the way down and either reach that right arm straight up or continue to extend the angle to where the right bicep is right over your right ear. Good. Pressing down through the knife edge of that back foot, and you'll feel an opening all across the right side body. One more breath here. Good. Next inhale, come back up, reverse the warrior, engage the core to bring you up. Good. And as you exhale, start to turn all those toes towards the front of your mat, finding pyramid pose with our left foot in front this time. Leading with the heart, keeping the spine long as you fold over that front leg. And so in this pyramid pose, we don't want our knees to be just hyperextended and locked out. Keep a gentle bend in both legs. Trust me, you will still feel the stretch even with a gentle bend. Good. Stay with your breath here. Come back to it if you lost it. Let's take one more. Good. At the bottom of that exhale, bring the back foot up to meet the front, forward fold, top of your space. Good. Inhale, hands to shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, step back to your plank, and immediately send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Good. So we're going to take a delicious hip opening stretch. So let's bring that your right foot up towards the front of your mat. You want to bring like that right knee towards your right wrist. And you're going to drop the back leg. This is pigeon pose. So bringing that right knee up towards the right wrist. So I'm kind of sitting on top of my right glute. And so you can have that heel, the closer you move the heel in towards your groin, the less sensation you'll feel. The more you move it out towards like a 90-degree angle, the more sensation you will feel. So we're going to stay here in this pigeon pose for a few breaths to really breathe some space and open up this right glute, this right hip. So you can always stay up here, or if you want to use your breath to create more space and slowly start to crawl out Working that body down to where you melt down over that front leg. Maybe even cross your arms, give your forehead a little pillow, and just breathe. So this pigeon pose, there is a little bit of discomfort, but it's not pain. So you don't want to feel pain. If you feel pain, you need to adjust, but a little bit of discomfort is okay. So when we do these stretches, we're trying to create more space. So trying to create space in an area that might be tight, that might have been used really heavily, that might create some discomfort. But we're reminded that we can breathe through the discomfort and breathe to create space. Good, so just one more breath on this side. Good. Come back up onto your hands. And let's push ourselves back up into downward dog. Do whatever you need with that right leg to kind of help stretch it out. Ooh, nice. So now let's take this to our left side. So from downward facing dog, bring your left knee as if you're trying to bring it to touch your left wrist and your foot towards the right wrist. Drop the back knee. Once again, build your foundation. Find where the intensity level is for you today. And on this side, okay, the left side might be different than the right. My left side is tighter than my right side. That's normal for each side to maybe not be exactly symmetrical. So find where you are on this side. And once again, either stay up here, or maybe if you want to extend the pose a little bit more, start to walk the hands out. Maybe create a little pillow once again for your forehead. And here we are once again, just breathing. Feeling discomfort maybe a little bit, but also feeling that feeling of going deeper and deeper with each breath. And once again, if you're feeling pain, please adjust to where you need to be so that the pain is not there anymore. Maybe in this moment, you just send a little bit of gratitude, a little thank you to the hips for all that they do for you every single day, whether you realize it or not. Our hips do so much for us. They help us move. They help us sit. They help us squat down to play with our dogs or to play with our kids. They really do support us in so many ways. So giving them this love back is much needed. Let's take one more deep breath on this side. Good. Slowly start to bring yourself up. Send it back into downward facing dog, taking whatever feels good to just open that hip back up, stretching the leg back out. Good, good. And come back down onto your hands and knees. We're going to come onto our backs. So however you want to get onto your back, find yourself there. Good. Once you get down to your back, cross your right knee over your left as if you were sitting cross-legged in a chair. We're going to come into a reclined spinal twist here. So right knee on top of the left, reach the arms just out to your sides. And start to drop the knees towards your left. So you're going to move your hips to the right a little bit. Drop the knees towards the left. Ooh, I just got a couple cracks. That felt nice. And if it feels good, You can gently turn your face to face the right arm, so facing away from the knees. Just take a couple breaths in this nice spinal twist. Releasing, letting gravity help us out here a little bit. Good, let's come back onto the spine. Switch the crossing of your legs, so left knee over right this time. Scoot the hips over to the left a little bit and then drop the knees towards the right. Once again, if it feels good, you can turn the head to look over that left hand. And just start to wind it down here. Good. Good. Gently roll back onto your back once again. Uncross the legs. And we're going to grab we're coming into happy baby here, so you can grab either behind the hamstrings. You're going to reach the feet up towards the sky. Grab either behind the hamstrings, grab your ankles, or grab the outsides of your feet. Just whatever feels good, but just pull those knees down into your armpits. Maybe it feels good to find a gentle rock here. Just like a happy baby laying in the crib. Good. One more big deep breath here. Good. As you exhale, gently release. Bring your feet together and let your knees just gently fall out to the side. This is Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet are together, knees opening up like a book. You can even find cactus arms here, so making right angles with your hands and laying them out to the side. Just a very vulnerable, open pose, opening up the hips, opening up across the chest. Let's take one deep breath here all together. Inhale in through the nose. And just open the mouth and let it all go. I want to invite you to stay in this Supta Baddha Konasana for as long as you like, for as long as feels good. Thank you so much for showing up today, for doing this practice with me, for opening up your hips, your hamstrings. I'll see you next time. Bye.